In the summer of 1939, Europe was on the brink of war. France, known for its beauty and culture, was about to descend into one of its darkest periods. Two sisters, Vianne Mauriac and Isabelle Rossignol, live separate lives in the Loire Valley, unaware that war will soon force them to confront who they truly are. Vianne, the older sister, leads a quiet life with her daughter, Sophie, and her husband, Antoine. Isabelle, fiery and rebellious, is restless in Paris, constantly searching for purpose. September 1939. France declares war on Germany, and the world changes overnight. Vianne's husband, Antoine, is mobilized, leaving Vianne and Sophie alone. She tries to hold on to normalcy, but with each passing day, the war draws closer. Meanwhile, in Paris, Isabelle is expelled from yet another boarding school. The sisters, so different in temperament, are both about to face challenges that will test their courage and redefine their lives. As Paris falls to the Nazis, Isabelle refuses to stand by. She joins the French resistance, her anger and passion fueling her every move. Her fearlessness soon earns her a dangerous role as a courier for the resistance, distributing anti-Nazi pamphlets and messages under the codename the Nightingale. But Isabelle's fight for freedom comes at a cost. The Nazis are everywhere, and one wrong move could mean death. In Carriveau, Vianne is forced to deal with the occupation in her own way. A German officer, Captain Beck, is billeted in her home, forcing her to navigate a delicate balance between survival and resistance. Vianne despises the occupation, but knows she must protect her daughter, Sophie. Her quiet life is now marked by the constant presence of fear, with every choice she makes potentially endangering her family. Isabelle's courage grows with each passing day, and soon she takes on an even greater role in the resistance. Under the alias the Nightingale, she leads down Allied airmen across the treacherous Pyrenees Mountains into Spain. It's a perilous journey filled with danger, Nazi patrols, harsh weather, and the ever-present threat of betrayal. Yet, despite the fear, Isabelle never wavers, driven by her fierce desire to liberate France. While Isabelle fights on the front lines of the resistance, Vianne fights her own battle. As the deportations begin, Vianne makes a choice that will change her life forever. She begins sheltering Jewish children, hiding them in her home and helping them escape to safety. With each child she saves, Vianne grows braver, but the risk is immense. Every knock at the door could be the Gestapo, and the consequences of being caught are too terrifying to imagine. In the midst of the chaos, love blossoms in the most unexpected places. Isabelle falls in love with Gaëtan, a fellow resistance fighter. Their love intense but fragile as they risk everything for the resistance. Vianne, meanwhile, reflects on her own love for Antoine, who is now a prisoner of war. The sisters' experiences with love are starkly different. Isabelle's love is fiery and urgent, while Vianne's is patient and enduring, haunted by memories of the past. As the war intensifies, both sisters face their darkest moments. Isabelle is captured by the Gestapo and sent to a concentration camp, where she endures unimaginable suffering. Vianne, too, faces unbearable losses. Her best friend, Rachel, is deported, and Vianne is left to pick up the pieces. Yet, even in the face of such devastation, both sisters hold on to hope. They fight to survive, even when all seems lost. After years of unimaginable struggle, the war finally comes to an end. Isabelle is liberated from the concentration camp, but her body is too broken to recover. She dies shortly after the war, her bravery as the Nightingale forever remembered. Vianne, though heartbroken, survives and begins to rebuild her life. She carries Isabelle's legacy with her, knowing that her sister's sacrifices were not in vain. Years after the war, Vianne reflects on the choices she and Isabelle made. Their paths were different, but both were marked by immense courage. Vianne continues to live, raising Sophie and teaching her about the bravery of her Aunt Isabelle. The story of the Rossignol sisters reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is light. In war, we discover not only who we are, but what we are capable of.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Please share your feedbacks and thoughts through comments.